We call it 9/11 because it was on the 9th of September 2001 when these young terrorists took up aeroplanes and turned them into bombs, into bullets, into destruction. They turned them in a way that nobody had imagined, that they could pick up a plane and ram it in a building, and imagine that plane itself becomes a weapon in such a way that with that amount of fuel in it and the fire that breaks out of that, it's huge. It's a huge bomb. And it was something that was really calculated in a way that it baffled everybody's mind. Personally, I had left US in the middle of August, going to visit Zimbabwe when this thing happened. What I can tell you is that the impact of this thing was like when you were in Zimbabwe and it happened in New York. It was like you could feel it, because when you looked at the news when you were in Zimbabwe, and then you think of yourself as a foreigner, somebody who would want to again travel and go back to USA. It was just a challenge. It was really, it impacted the world in a very, very special way. You could feel it when you were out there, as if it's closer to you, and then you look at these things and wonder. The terrorism at that time was rife. It was like there was rivalry between these especially the Middle Eastern Arab countries against the US for some reason that is best known to them. And then they were really, really hard on the US. And then in turn, the US also struck back hard, because this is when this war that ended last week started in Afghanistan. The war went on there for the next 20 years. The past 20 years, there was fighting over there until last week. When you ask me that, how is terrorism after the fall of Afghanistan, I don't think the impact of terrorism will be as much as 9/11 times. I don't think there is any serious rivalry between the Arab countries and the US at the moment. There could be, we can't rule that out, but so far, when you look at the trend of the news and the relationship between the US and the Arab nations, it's much, much better. It's improved. So with this Biden administration, I think it will be even much, much better.